As the dawn breaks on this lovely June evening, we welcome you to GRT Super Formula League Season 6, Round 1, Race 1 at the glorious Goodwood Oval Circuit. I am Chaos Rising, your host for this evening, as we are currently watching MOP Gibral currently doing some practice laps in quali trim. Hope everyone is well this evening. If you just bear with me, I just need to do a couple of things in regards to back-end stuff on YouTube. So if you just bear with me a moment as I mute my laptop, otherwise you get to hear me echo, which is not good for anybody. Ha 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 ha. I will get chat up as well, but indeed hope everybody is well. As the stream is up, there we go. All the goodness, let's just jump around. There is the lovely GRT Joker. The gorgeous blue livery design for this evening, or this season even. Does help if I do get my words out. Jack Meir, his teammate for the season. The young Welsh lad is his partner for the season, replacing the ever-glorious whiskey file himself, JD. The ever-pink and poetic mashed potato, currently in second at this moment in time, who is following the easiest of geezers about at the moment. And the moment Beast Killer is the one that is setting the timesheets alight with a 54.1. But if you just bear with me a second, I do need to go into the back end of stuff on the YouTube, as Hippie Heed joins the party. He is of course the teammate of the glorious Mashed Potato. Just so you don't think I am completely alone, I do have
waving hand, waving hand.
I do have the ever glorious Gad Gaming, who is your main host for this season.
Grin, waving hand, waving hand.
Yes, someone is just currently having some nibbles, so that is the reason why I am the numero host for this evening. Just doing a bit of content stuff on the back end. Edit description and title. No, that's not what I'm after. Details. Ba 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 da. Upload thumbnail. Season 6, week 1. Boom. Let's get that up there. There we go. Thumbnail is already up and live. Now that's what you get when you're doing things properly, ladies and gentlemen. Thumbnails are all there and ready. So indeed, good evening everybody. I'll take the stupid accent off my tone, because I know how much you guys love to hear me talk actually normally for a change. But indeed, we have got Super Formula. Gad is here once he has finished having his nibbles. Chateau is up and good. Stream is a touch on the laggy side, but it's fine because I've got got lobby and I've got stream. I've been fine before, so touch wood, I'm going to be good again tonight. It's also nice for me to test out the multi-screen aspects for this evening. Let's chuck the controller to one side and put the pad over here. Let's just message Jed. I love using the keyboard when you press enter and it doesn't actually send the message. Just kind of goes, huh? Love it. Absolutely love it. But let's go and check on the rest of the liveries if we can. Alrighty then, so let's just quickly change this setting. So we're going to have weak ghosting. So for those that are, let's jump back on track. There's the glorious Heed. Looking good. There is Emperor Sean, repping Sonic, Team Racing. We are live, everybody, so don't forget to wave at the cameras. Hardy, 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 hard. So, the strategy for this one, as I said in the previous pre-stream last week, is that you have four tire compounds to choose from for both races, but you have to use 2 in this race and 2 in the other, and you are not allowed to use the same compound twice. If you need to stop for fuel, you can stop for fuel. Who's Corona racing for, Gad? Have you got a message hidden for him?
No, last time I spoke to him, I just said if there was a space, he could run it as privateer.
Yeah, well, with you and me here, he ain't gonna have space because obviously Rob is partnered with you, or your substitute. No, just it's taking your seat. I think is probably a better way of putting it. But yeah, because normally there would be space, but otherwise there isn't gonna be. So that will be a fun one. Yes, even BC's picked up on it. Good lad. Sean getting used to the car.
Could you message him, please?
Is that in game? Yeah, no problem. Just realised my amazing typing skills there. I actually put in the wrong information because I'm amazing. I put a TO instead of a number 2. To be honest, I need to turn that off. Let's get spectator cam on the keyboard. So off we trot, so that means, here we go. Got all the good things up. Mash currently the fastest on track on 54.5, but we do know that BC has set a 54.1 at the moment. Jason is in second. That is going to be the interesting one, so I haven't heard from Taz. So...
You haven't?
No, I haven't heard from him. I assume
did he sign up?
Yeah, Taz is with Iceberg again. But I don't know if... Yeah. Because when Jed posted up, we've got 13 yeses.
Hey,
Sean.
emoji waving hand, fam.
Hello, Raising Hand fam. Geezer, Wrighton, Roan have said yes to being in. Hippie, Beastie, Nick, Joker, Jack, Creasy, Mashy, Gibral, Iceberg himself, and Sean makes that 13. You and me make it 15. So the only person that there wasn't a response from is actually Taz. So... right, if you bear with me a sec, you lovely folk, I'm just going to jump up onto the GT Sport website and get Rona a livery to
Ahoy
cover
hoy.
for Taz. Ahoy hoy! Howdy doody. Wow, Tommy's been busy today. You got bored, lad? Tommy from WTF1 has been round and done loads of replicas of different cars and stuff for today. There's Beastie for Robs, and speaking of Mr. Robert, here he come. Discover.
I like my MR Burns greeting LOL.
MR Burns.
So, Krona is racing now.
Looks like Krona is going to be covering for Taz, because we haven't actually heard from Taz this weekend. So, Taz is going to be... Sorry, Krona is going to be covering for Taz.
Excellent.
Just trying to find the livery for... I probably should have changed the criteria.
Yo, emoji waving hand.
Turismo. No, what am I doing? All Super Formers. It's Japanese Super Formula.
Zero, Rob.
I don't know if Rainer is coming back in. Would love to know what Jed posted his Super Formula stuff up as. So I've got a funny feeling he's posted it friends only. It's so hard sometimes to try and find something quickly. There is a Rayton, and we've got the classic glitch in the pits. Got to love it.
Yeah, the pit lane isn't actually big enough for more than 3 cars.
No, it really isn't. Do you remember when we had he who shall not be named here when we did it last time, and he was stood having a gangbang fit in the pit lane? That was funny as fuck.
He's doing a wheelie when he just progressively like higher and higher.
So what car am I supposed to use?
It doesn't matter which car. I'm just trying to find you a livery, because I believe.
Now what words will mess up the text-to-speech system? I like to experiment, emoji grin.
If it makes you feel any better, there's an orange Racer's Edge racing livery on my page, which will kind of go.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Teach, you absolute prick.
Out and out. What'd you do?
I was trying to use the keyboard connected to the PlayStation to operate my laptop to copy-paste something into Discord. So I was trying to repost Jed's livery for Taz, or for Corona in Discord, but I tried using the keyboard that was on my lap, not the other one. Hey, Mew. Apologies for that one. Good evening, Daniel.
That is exactly right, Beast Killer.
100%.
The obvious strategies are, if you fancy your chances, you go for the softs and super softs for a full race, and you sacrifice the other race and race mediums and hards. But
well, I have had a discussion with Jed from when we were doing a bit of pre-testing, and he said he was going to do softs and hards but
Yeah.
I've managed to get him onto super softs and mediums because I feel the hard would probably be better around Blue Moon because it is infield A, not like the main track itself. So
emoji backhand
I would
index
definitely
pointing
be
up,
using
emoji thumbs up.
for both races, a softer compound and then the harder compound. That's how I would be doing it, I think, for this format. So
I think
it'd be
it's
interesting
for,
to see what these guys do.
yeah, very much
Enjoying
so.
the stream.
For this
Don't
sort of
forget
thing,
to like,
that's 9 o'clock.
subscribe, and
How
check
is
out the
everyone
links
here?
in the description.
Rona, are you here?
Jack's still sandbagging. He's third on the timesheets on mediums, fourth on the timesheets on mediums.
I believe we are just waiting on Rona. Hopefully you are not far away, dude.
On my way back.
Well,
Cool, no problems.
Nick currently sitting third.
Rona, how much practice would you like? Since obviously you're going to come in pretty raw to this, I can give you 5 minutes practice and then 5 minutes quali. Is that good with you, or do you want a little bit more? Or are you just happy to go and wing it straight in?
Saw Nick jump. He looked like he jumped a car that was parked on the grid. It was awesome.
I got to be honest, the best thing I personally feel about this track is
Let's
where
wing
the
it.
cars park. It's unfortunate because you can't see it whilst on track, but when the outside cameras, they all kind of park in their own like car park, paddock sort of thing. So as soon as everyone's kind of registered up, it looks so cool.
It's earlier on I was looking at that and it looked like the old BAR paint
Yeah.
job because you could see half of one paint job and then half of another.
Yeah, it does. Okay, guys, about to start. Quali is on softs, but you can start on your race tyre and then change.
How long's quali?
5 minutes.
Oh, excellent.
Good luck and stay
Time
safe.
for about 20 laps.
Got to put stay safe on in there. You know what it's like these days.
Same Krona LOL.
Yeah, but Hippie, you've driven this before in Super Formula, so you do know a little bit what it's going to be. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot more of a colder time of day, so the harder tyres will take longer to warm up, but you have still experienced this torture. And it is torture. Originally, we did put this in just for Gemini. So, Jay, if you are watching this whilst you're out in a van at some point, I chose this for you, and it's the reason why it was track 1, was because I did it for you. But as you're not here, everyone else gets to suffer for your love of it. So, in theory, I'm still expecting Rob to win this. But that's either
I
here
heard a
or
rumour
there.
that he's home tonight.
Really? Yeah, Rona, Berg's just asking you in game if you've checked the tyre rule. I'm thinking we're waiting on Beastie. So everyone is getting a bit. See, it's like everyone sees a lot of rules and it's kind of like, oh wow, that's really daunting, it's really daunting. Actually, it's not. A lot of them is all a lot of pre-season stuff. As a driver, I thought we were away.
This iceberg just jumping into a wall.
Standard. Oh, since the fact of it is just us two, I will like to get one thing out of the way early. I have already provoked the invertedly demon and said there's a secret battle between Jed, which is Iceberg, and Jack Mia. But as well as an on-track rivalry, the battle is purely which one lasts longer, Jed's game of blue screening or Jack's internet shitting itself and then rubber banding like fuck. So there is like a little hidden gem of what we're going to get to this race.
So is that like a little mini league?
Yeah.
They get points for whoever's first for its game to shit itself.
It's pretty much going to be something similar to those, yes, but it's going to be fun. Good luck, everybody. Let's go. Qualifying has now started. Keyboard is ready and... Oh, I love how everyone's parked. Well done, boys. Can definitely trust you lot for like finding innovative places to park. As we are starting on board with Beast Killer, I think. Give me cars out on track, please. There we go. There we have cars coming out. There we go. Jack is apparently the first one to leave. Crizzy Beastie is now out. Because of the track in it... Oh god, someone's off already. Wrighton's off. Oh no. Oh, here we go. So everyone has kind of gone out so early at the moment to try and find where everyone's getting on track. But then... Oh, someone's gone. Is that Iceberg? Yeah, I think Iceberg squiffed it. No, that's Wrighton. Where's Iceberg? Yeah, Iceberg squiffed it early. So that we will be having people coming in to swap tyres, as obviously everyone is going to qualify on super softs. Those that are starting on super softs though will obviously stay and start their lap. So I believe Sean is going to be one of the first ones. And here he goes. Sean is going to be the first one to go onto his flying lap. He's going to fucking hate me because he's already said he doesn't like being watched. Sorry, Sean. So we've got a big queue coming up at the moment with cars piling out of the pits on those
So I can't help
tyres.
noticing when you were typing on the lobby chat, one of the optional words you could use when starting with the letter B was.
Yes, boobies is something that I do use as a random welcome into thing. When is anything wrong with boobies, Mew? Tell me that. So we have got Sean using a bit of his overtake to help him get into 6th gear as he's coming into the penultimate corner before the chicane. Keeps it quite tidy. He's run a touch wide, but he's still keeping the car on the straight and narrow.
Was just wondering.
It's just a thing. If you want to join our Discord, Mew, which you have, I assume you found Bertie's Dreambox. So boobies do appear often. So as Sean carries on, Jib's done the 55. We've got Jack Mia crossing the line with 58.4. Wrighton 56.2 was the first one out. Tails is doing well. Nope, scratch that one. He has gone wide. Iceberg 55.5. So not too bad so far. It's very difficult to try and pick who is on hot laps and who isn't at the moment. Roan has done a 103, so I'm guessing he's had a bit. Rob is currently on his first flying lap. And I'd just say, Beast Killer, if you hear this, you have fucking smashed that livery so well, mate. It's fucking gorgeous. I adore that so much. It's amazing, mate. So much. And there is Rob getting up and early onto the overtake, hammering it down the back straight. Sean's improved with 48.5. But we are going to keep an eye on Rob, who was most likely going to jump to the top if he can have a good last sector. Down into 4th. Ride a bit of the curb. Overtake down into the chicane. Perfect clean. 3, 2, 1. Rob has only done 55.2. Jed's got 54.5. He has managed to get that car down and out. Beast Killer's 3,000ths off him. Jack is very much looking at trying to get that lap time. Mass with 54.6. Jack has had a little bit of an off there. It's very much intriguing on who has set laps and who isn't. I've got a funny feeling that Joker might be AFK at the moment. Beastie must have stream on. FFS, yep, 0.003 of a second, me dude. It's, do not forget though, this is reverse grid order. Sean with a 55.6. Well done, Sean. For a man that's only had 6 minutes of practice, sir, you are doing brilliantly. And Jed is having a bit of a wibble wobble. Right, and coming across the line with time in 11th. Doesn't improve. Must have had a slightly impeded one round that one. Jed looks like he's in the pits. I'm guessing Rob's gone 55.0. So he's still half a second away from Jed. Jed is back out with a new set of overtake. He's not going to get a chance to finish this lap, so that is a mistake. Masher at 54 flat. 54 flat. Beast Killer was just going on. He's on a hot lap. Don't know if Jed has impeded him or not. Rob is off the track and in the way. Chrissy 55.4. Everyone is very close around here at the moment. How is Beastie going to get on? He's going to have to find something absolutely staggering. Mash looks like he's on another hot lap to go back to back, but I don't know if the time's going to be there. Beastie looks like he's pulled off. Yep, Beastie's out the way. He's got Mash on behind him. There he is. So is Mash going to set another personal best? Right in with 54.8.
Look at what Jack's time.
Jack Mir 53.9. 53.9. Here we are in the 53s. Can Mash get a decent exit? He's on the grass. I don't think he's going to get it. He has 53.891 to take it. Is there anybody else that's going to get any lap times? Beast Killer's not going to be able to get round. What is Rob going to do? Rob is possibly on the lap. Crizzy at 54.9. Another one into the 54s. Rob coming through the chicane. No, but he's on the 120s. He's not going to improve. Where is everybody else on track? Nick is on an outlap. That's not going to work. Jibble's on an outlap. Joker has missed his time. So Joker is... Dirty Joker. Dirty Joker. No, apparently he's got a lap time in 10th. But I do believe he hasn't set a time. I do believe Joker has not set a time. So that is going to be an interesting one to see. We've got Corona starting in 13th. Geezer 14th. No, looks like Joker has set a time on a 1.7. So maybe he went in and set a time. But to be honest, I didn't see him leave the pit lane. Did you, Gad?
There was a lot of cars out on track. I didn't catch him, but he must have just sat an installation lap in and left it as that.
Come on, I need to get the thing up.
Well, good luck, everyone.
Indeed. And we are underway. Just going to check, make sure you've got no overtake use off the line. We are good.
Good luck, everybody.
So, here we go. There's going to be some cars going wide. Yes, there is. Hippie's off. Joker's off. Joker's killed Rob. Joker's killed Rob. We've got cars off everywhere. But luckily, the game, because where they are, has reset them. But now the grid is all over the place. If it wasn't already, Joker is currently 5.5 back from Rob in last. Iceberg looks like he's been caught up in this. Hey?
There's a lot of cars starting on hard tyres.
I believe they are trying to get rid of those early, but we've got a very big bumblebee load of pack coming down to the last corner before the chicane. I will be referring it to the lots because I do not really know the track names. Looks like Sean's gone a touch wide. Rona has managed to take that really well.
Sean was challenging Rona for the lead.
Yep, Gibral is already up into third after the start.
Sending it.
We've got some little bits of gaggling coming through the chicane, so we're coming back in through here. There's a nice little pack, I think, around about 10th, but let's jump back to Rona at the lead. Sean has used overtake. The rebel that is, Emperor Sean, has used overtake, so... oh, hello. The host himself has also used overtake. Jed has used overtake. So there will be points deductions coming to that after this race. That is the same for everyone, so I'm guessing it was a slip press from there. Jace is ahead of Sean. Brighton is coming up. A lot of dirty air coming into that double right-hander. Sean's going to touch wide. Was that Hippie, I think? No, it's Mass in the 5th. Nick making a move into the chicane. Sean slightly ghosted. Sean is out of ghost and Mash is in the 4th. Jack flying up the inside. Is he going to make a move into T1?
Oh, Jack's off.
He has done and pushed Nick a bit wide, but Jack's gone off as well. We knew this track was going to cause some problems, and it is doing. So we got Joker currently in 12th, Giza in 13th, Iceberg in 14th, 21 behind. We're going to see if he can...
third on these hard tyres.
Mashy up to 3rd on those hard compound tyres. So we've got Krona started on softs, Wrighton started on softs, Mash on the hards already up to 3rd, Gibral in on mediums, Crizzy mediums, Sean mediums, Rob on hards, Mia on mediums, Joker on super softs, Giza is Nick is mediums, Giza is hards, Hippie has started on the hards, Beast Killer is also on the hards, Jed at the back of the grid, who is making up time like a bat out of hell, is on super softs. Still got 26.5 minutes, guys. 26.5. Here we go. I'm going to be very much hoarse by the time we get around to this, but Wrighton is catching Rona.
Hippie looks like he's struggling to get them hards to get any grip.
I'm not surprised. It's an unfortunate thing. This is 4:15 in the morning this time of day, so it will take a little bit of time for those rubber to get in. Where is Hippie? What position? Oh, someone's gone off at the back.
Now he's just been reset again. His tyres just not playing ball.
He is really struggling to get them tyres up and going. Unfortunately, that is the heed. But alas, what he may struggle in this race, he might make up in the next one.
So Wrighton has took the lead.
Oh, Wrighton's taking the lead. It looks like Rona has possibly made a mistake.
Mash closing right up onto Rona.
So Wrighton has actually managed to get that overtake done before like the penultimate corner. So
Wrighton's fast in Super Formula.
Wrighton is very much an underdog in here. I was not aware of the speed that he possessed in this sort of car. Not sure if you caught that, Gad, on board of Wrighton then. You can actually see where he downshifted, the flames kicking out of the car because of the time of day. That was beautiful. It's very rare you get to see that in these cars. Obviously, with where...
this time.
Oh, look at that. Just love watching the pops.
But
pops and the bangs. Wrighton already up to almost a 2-second lead, give or take, in coming through to Rona.
Wrighton in ISRL with his Yorkshire Tea Racing.
Oh, Yorkshire Tea.
Team.
Iceberg is very much setting the timing sheets alight at the moment. Joker is coming back up to 6th at the moment after a bit of a wayward start. Sean down to 9th at the moment. Rob is 10th, Beastie 11th. So RER at the moment not having an amazing out, but Rob's gone wide. Can he keep the speed up? Of course he can, the professional that he is. Where is Iceberg? Iceberg is up to 10th at the moment, so he's very much on the move at the moment. But the thing is he going to potentially ask too much of those super soft tyres so early? We will not know. Because we still got 25 as Iceberg dives up the inside of Sean. Sean with the switchback. Jed very much sat up the back of him. I do not suspect Sean is necessarily going to yield, but he might try to defend a touch. He has done. Jed takes him up the inside. Wow, brilliant overtake there from Iceberg. Don't know if Sean necessarily gave him that place, but he's once again out on the move. As we pop back up the top, 2.3 in the lead is Wrighton.
Still purple. It's going faster and faster.
Mash is on those hard tyres chasing down Rona. Third player Rona currently in 2nd place. We know that Krona is very much a quick driver, but then he hasn't necessarily tested or practiced Super Formulas, so to still be currently in 2nd, 7 laps in, is very much a good going. Let's check. Jace currently following down Mash Potato. Creasy in behind. Joker has got Nick to keep him company at the moment. Nick must I do want to check how Nick's braking is going. Looks like Nick's managed to get his brakes sorted, or at least swap it over to his originals, because he was having issues with his load cell. So Nick having a full brake pressure is very much going to help him for race 2. Maybe not necessarily going to need it around here, but it's at least going to help him up here. Jack Mir in 8th, got the Iceberg coming up in 9th. Looks like Beast Killer has caught Sean and passed him. Sean is using a lot of his overtake early. To be fair, the only other hard driver is Mash, but he is in 3rd. Oh, pardon me, shouldn't be drinking Thatchers. It gives me gas. Oh, Wrighton's gone touch wide. What little bit of a wee off the curb there. Mash got a better drive out there from Krona. Up the inside in the T1. Mash a little bit off the gas and round he goes. Question is Rona going to chase him down? Nope, Mash is going to use a bit of overtake to make sure he stays ahead. But now Jace is going to have a look at Krona. Ooh. Might have been a touch of a block there, but that might have been a little bit of latency lag with the ping. But either way, this is now turned into a 3-way battle for second. Jace, what a move up the inside. Krona just runs a touch wide and Jace is through. Now Jace is once again on the heels of Mashed Potato. Krona is almost on half a tank of fuel, so potentially looks like he might end up having to make an early stop. Jace looked like he was going to try and throw out the inside of Mash going into chicane now, which would have been a very brave move. Wrighton, I'm guessing, has had an incident. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick that back up. Nope, he's had an incident before that sector. Well, that
Creasy's up to 5th as well.
Krona's down to 5th. What have I missed there? Krona's gone wide in T1. That's allowed Crizzy to get past.
I think Krona's soft tyres are starting to die.
Yeah, I think that is very much the case there. I agree with you, Sir Gad, as I would like to get out of the replay. Yep, Wrighton is now a second ahead of Mash. Jason is 1.2 off the back. Crizzy is a second off. Rona now in 5th. Joker 6th. I'm guessing that Iceberg is chasing down Jack Mir, and he is indeed. RER in 10 and 11. As we jump back up to the top, I'm going to go to 3rd and 4th because it does look like we've now got an inter-team battle going on at the moment with Gibble and Creasy. I very much believe there would not be any particular team orders amongst the pair, but you never know. Let's have a little bit of a look for later down the line. Nick, watching the back of Joker, just about a second and a half behind Jack Mir. Still 4.6 ahead of the raging Iceberg, but I very much feel that Jed might need to make a pit stop sometime soon. It looks like he's potentially taken the best out of those super soft tyres, and if we jump on board on T-Cam, if we see into a slow braking zone, we might be able to see if he has blistered those front tyres. I think he might have done. Can't quite tell on my view because of the gorgeous time of day. Never mind, he's hit the wall.
Krona's wide again.
Oh, that's not good. Rona is having those issues with T1. He is very much taking the best out of those tyres now and might need to look at possibly going on to something a touch harder.
Oh, it's Iceberg I'm looking at. His rear left tyre.
Yeah, his rear left really isn't in the best of conditions compared to some of the other drivers on track. Obviously Iceberg has had an off or two, which is why he is so far down, but look at Wrighton, he has got a wild mashed potato chasing him down now. Oh, little bit of a rubber band there. Is Mash going to go through? No, Wrighton stays ahead. A little bit of a touch from Wrighton on the mash. Costing the mash a bit of time there. He's now 1.5 seconds back.
Wrighton's off. Wrighton's off.
Oh
He's
no.
reset. He's down to third. No. He's down fourth.
I suspect Joker might end up catching him down the straight because he wouldn't have been up to speed.
Joker's
He's still got
close.
dirty tyres,
Nope.
dirty tyres, he's off
again.
again. This is the problem with this track. Once you get those dirty tyres, it's corner after corner most of the time. So the leader from 1st to 6th in a matter of corners. Wrighton is now 6th. We've got yellow flags in sector, or in the final sector. Looks like we've had an off, and it is unfortunately the easiest of the geezers. He has had a bit of a spin baller. I ain't gonna put him through the pressure of... Oh, geese. He's not having the best of nights. There is Nick in 5th at the moment. Iceberg's in 11th. What's he done?
He spun literally just a second ago after we mentioned about his tyres.
Well, Beast Killer and Rob must have had a chat regarding strategy because they're now both coming in off those mediums on lap 13. Or sorry, off those hards. I'm very much going to be intrigued on what they go on to next. And do they take any more fuel? That is the question. I definitely saw
Rob's
one
medium,
coming out on
Beast
medium.
Killer's soft.
Oh, that could be an interesting one.
So,
Hippie's doing a very good job at looking after his fuel. Sean is also in on the pits as well at the moment.
Rob's
We
looking
have
to
had a
go faster
lever.
in the next race.
I think Geezer might have stopped as the might have chosen not to continue this race, which is perfectly fine. That's not a problem. There is always race 2. 16 minutes left. Sean is taking a lot of fuel here, or he hasn't chosen what tyres he's going to pick on. I don't know about that one. I'm going to be interested to see that one. Rona is now in the pits from softs. He's got the fuel, so I'm guessing Sean has not chosen what tyres or fuel he's going to have. It's going to be interesting. Beastie has taken a full tank of fuel with 15 minutes left. That's a brave decision. If I say Beastie, I meant Rona. That's a very brave decision, taking a full tank of fuel, especially with very little overtake left remaining.
Joker's wide on the last turn.
Oh,
he's in
where's
the pits.
Joker?
Oh, he's in the pit wall. Joker's in the pit wall. Damn that! Oh, he spawned into the straight. He's got
Has he been
damn the
reset?
dreaded pit wall. Yeah, he's got reset. He's got to do another lap.
I did say if you're going to use that strategy, you need to go far right, unless they've patched it. Because there is a really unfortunate glitch with the pit wall here at Goodwood, where you can literally aim it.
Past it.
Yeah, you need to aim tight right. It looks as if Sean is not doing the rest of this one, which means he knows he's not coming. He won't be coming 14th in this race, so that is fair enough. So Mash thought he was potentially going to go in the pits then, but he has not.
Look at them hard tyres. They've hardly even worn in.
What's that? Mashes? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are now obviously over half race distance because these are 30-minute races. And we have Joker now into the pits. He has successfully navigated the pit entrance. That reset has really cost him. That's perfectly
I could
fine.
win this race. Easy peasy.
You could have, Jay. It was
Well,
there for the
this was for
taking.
you. As I said at the beginning of the stream, good sir, I did this one for you. The time of day is making this a little bit more tricky, but it's still very much a viable track. Welcome to the stream though. It is a pleasure to talk to you. Iceberg's out in 11th. Jack Mears in the pits from 4th. Excellent.
Work gets in the way right now.
So,
Yeah, I understand that,
MC
Jay.
guys being quiet. He's on his mediums in 4th place.
Yep, Nick is very much now, he's got his brakes sorted and he's getting full pressure. He is very much just plodding along. Sean is now out of the pits. Sean is out of the pits. He's on a set of soft tyres, leaving himself
Must have been a
hards
sticky
and
wheel
super softs
bolt
for the
or
next
something.
one. I believe Jesus may be in control of that car. What was that
Razor's
again?
Edge
Who is
is
Razor's
Beast
Edge?
Killer and the Rob.
Yeah, Beast Killer and Rob, mate. I did what's best for the league. Giggly. And I'll show you the
So
glorious
Mash going
delivery.
up to back markers.
Jay, look at this. This is the Razor's Edge one. Let me see if we can get a better look, but look at that glorious car that Beast Killer
Razor's
has
Edge Team
designed.
Championship.
And there is the second driver in Mr. Rob. He's using a little bit of his overtake. I do still agree with you, Gad. I can only see drumsticks on the side, but it still
Yes.
looks fucking gorgeous. Beastie,
Does.
you have done an absolute stonking job on that design. Literally makes anything I've previously done feel very inferior. Beast Killer has actually got the fastest lap of the race of 55.4.
Those
So-
look nice.
Does look nice indeed.
Yes, he's finishing the race on the softs and he Beast Killer.
Probably a good choice, to be fair. Right,
So
and
yeah,
back up
he's
to
chasing
fifth.
right and down.
Looks like Creasy might have had an off. Don't know if he's going to pit very shortly. He's still got a lot of overtake left. There is Nick once again on mediums. Nick's fuel's coming to an end, so I don't know how much he's over revving. If
A
he,
mixture of that and overtake, I think. Beast Killer
well,
still
Mash
put
hasn't
his
used
mission.
hardly any overtake, and him and Nick are at least on very similar fuel. To be
None
fair,
of the
that-
leaders have been in yet, have they?
no, everyone is on very much the same fuel. Creasy's actually on the least fuel at the moment, so I'm guessing he is short shifting. Yeah, he's not even letting the bar hit up, so he's possibly going to be able to go one more lap if he wants to potentially go an overcut on this one. Mash has got Corona, or he's past Corona, where he's got a little battle between 9th and 10th with Corona and Iceberg, with the leader Jason chasing them both down.
Mash is
Mash
in.
is pit. Jace has not. So that is going to be the interesting one. Jack Meir apparently is still in the pits, but I do not believe he is. Hopefully for you, Gad, it is not telling you that. So otherwise that's going to make the replay a fucking ball bag to try and assign.
Now Jack's out on track if it's...
Yeah, unfortunately for me at the moment, he is not.
Now Jack's running in 9th.
So we have Mean Team 6 currently in the lead, 1-2. Nick is in 3. I cannot remember Nick's team name. I do apologise.
Jack's on the super softs, he's chasing Rob down. Rob on his medium tyres.
Yeah, Rob has
Rob's
very
just
much.
closing up to Joker.
Yeah, Rob has very much got rid of the two hardest compounds in this race to
Mash
try
onto
and
the softs for the rest of it.
Jason's in.
Chase is in.
What tyres is he going to go?
Chris is in as well. Yes, he did. Very
What way are
much
they going with
spotted
their
me.
tyres?
Chrissy's in, Nick's in, Jib's in.
Mash has passed.
Mash
he's
is
in the
already
lead.
past. The undercut
So-
on that fresh tyre has made such the difference.
Creasy's going super soft.
Jace is on
Jason's gone
soft. Question is, what's Nick going to come out on? How much fuel? Nick's
Hards.
gone on to hards. That's a
Yep, Nick's-
real interesting choice for Nick.
Nick's
Hards
going
for the
soft
last
tyres
9
next
minutes.
race.
That's a very bold choice because that could cost him positions with other cars behind him on softer tyres. Because you've got Wrighton on super softs, which is going to be absolutely rapid at the moment. Jack Mears actually taking the fastest lap, so he is out on track despite what my side of the replay is saying. Is Wrighton going to be able to get Nick into the brake zone? Don't think he is. Though he's got the better tyres, so he's going to be able to get out of that corner a lot quicker. Nick's hard tyres are not up to temperature. Wrighton is past those super softs. Best thing for Nick is if he can stay with Wrighton and stay with him all the way to the end, that is going to do him the best. Just try and stay in the back end of that Sonic Team Racing car. But he's already out to 1.2 gap over Nick, so Interesting to see. Rob has got past Joker, so don't know if Joker has had an off at all. But Rob is now up to 7th. I think if I go 4, it is. That's Beast Killer. So Racer's Edge after the first half that wasn't an amazing round with some offs and everything else, they are coming back strong with 4th and 7th.
Race 2 is where they're going to come into it.
What was that?
By the strategies.
Was that where? Yeah. Mash is out onto a 7.5 second lead currently over second place.
New fastest lap.
Indeed, new fastest lap, as mentioned. Thank you very much, chat. 54.862 for Mash on his brand new soft tyres. So very, very well done from the mashed potato, stretching his legs out. He's got rid of the hards, leaving himself mediums and super softs for the next race. As we have a pop down the field, let's jump down to 11th. The quiet and potentially confident Hippie Heed on a set of soft tyres at the moment. He has not got a lot of fuel on board, so it's going to be interesting to see if he has enough fuel till the end. There has been an off in front of him. There's yellow flags in the chicane.
Lewis's lap times are 5 seconds off. Did they nerf the SF?
Time of day, Jay. Saying that though, Jay, in qualifying we were under in the 53s. We were in the 53s for quali at this time of day with overtake and on soft tyres. So where is Sean if we just check back with him? I love how the fact that this game really is just stitching me up with Jack. It tells me he's in the pits, but he is doing laps. So
I'm watching Beast Killer on his warm softs, just slightly quicker than Creasy over that last lap.
Where is Jack, by the way? Because like I say, currently the game is telling me he's on lap 17.
Jack is in 8th place now, he's just past Joker.
So it's what, Jack
Joker
in 8th, Joker 9th, Iceberg
just
10th?
Behind him.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, no, like I say, unfortunately for me, the Jack is apparently on super softs and stuck in the edge of the pits. So
Jack is on super softs, but he's not in the pits. He's very much out on track.
That is good to know, because I'd hate to see his race hampered for something that was not his fault. Beast Killer having a very good run at the moment with 5 minutes left, which will be 6 laps, give or take.
So yeah, Iceberg's on the back of Joker. Tired man. But you see a different side of Joker when you're in the end of the race.
Well, Joker is on hards compared to Jed, who is on mediums, so Hippie has finally pit on lap 26 off his medium tyre, off his soft compound tyres. That would be why I thought Hippie didn't have enough fuel. It's because he just legit hadn't pit. No, I've scratched that. He's just popped from a little bit of extra fuel. So that would be the case with that one. Little bit of a splashy and a dashy for the Hippie. Jump to the lead. We're now on a 10-second lead for Mash over Gibril, but he's coming up to Joker and Iceberg. Iceberg's made the pass on Joker, but they've now got the leader coming in behind them. Joker's gone wide. Mash has had to correct. And the constant professional now chasing down the Iceberg. Creasy got Corona to keep him company as he's trying to chase down his teammate. Not a lot of overtake left for him. There's Beast Killer coming across the line. It's just starting lap 28. Wrighton, who was having an amazing start at the beginning, currently on super softs, which I believe leaves him mediums and hards for the end of the race, or for the next race. That's going to be a very much an interesting one if that is the case. Nick on a set of hard tyres isn't falling through the field like I suspected he would. He's keeping his nose clean.
Cressy has Corona.
59s.
Oh no.
What was that, Chato? I missed that. Creasy has Corona for company. I unfortunately deliberately pronounced it as Corona.
And I can't spell crazy.
No, you actually spelled it right. I think it's actually double E, so you ain't that far off from you. There is Joker, already 2.5 down on Iceberg. I'm guessing Iceberg is chasing down Jack. Am I correct, Gad?
Yeah, that is very true, yeah.
Where
Iceberg
is
4
Jack to Rob? That's the question.
Right, Jack is 4.5 seconds behind Rob.
So literally Jack and Iceberg are fighting for position then?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I wish I could watch that battle. Right, I'm going to take a risk here. I'm going to jump out of in, then in again. Nope, it still has Jack in the pits for me. That's a pain in the fucking arsehole.
Mash laps Rob.
So that is up to 7th place. The potato has lapped. Hopefully Rob might be able to use a bit of mash if he can to keep ahead of Jack and Iceberg behind him.
But yeah, Creasy's doing what he had to do. He's pulled ahead of Beast Killer.
Yeah, Crizzy's about 7.6 ahead of Beastie, who's had a very good recovery drive from not an amazing start. Right, and still in 5th for Sonic, doing a very good job. Then we've got Nick in 6th on his hard tyres, plodding along very nicely. Rob 2 seconds ahead of Iceberg. Where is Jack in relation to this?
2 laps remain for Mash.
Lap 30, it will be 2 laps as well for Rob. Where is Jack in this battle with Iceberg? This is what I want to know, because where I can't see it on track, I cannot keep an eye on it, which is not helpful for these viewers. So,
Jason's on his final lap.
yep, we are under the 50 second marker, so anyone that crosses the line now will be starting their final lap. It's telling me that Sean is 6 minutes behind Mash. I'm guessing he must have gone to the toilet. Yeah, I'm guessing
that was that sticky wheel nut that they had.
Oh, not the wheel nut. They must have borrowed them from Ferrari. You know those sticky wheel nuts? As Mash comes across the line to start lap 32 with 10 seconds left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He'll be a lap ahead of Jason. Jace comes across the line first. 11.5 seconds behind Mash. Prizzy comes to line third. Beast Killer having, I believe that's Corona, sat on his nose.
Jason, Creasy, good job.
Very much good job. There is Beastie on that. As we then have Wrighton coming around the last corner before the chicane. He is through. M3 a little bit far behind. Guessing that might be Sean sat behind him. Wrighton, what are you doing? He's waiting for his teammate, isn't he? Nope. He hasn't run out of fuel. He just cruises across the line anyway. Here comes Nick. 53 seconds off. I'm guessing that's a mashed potato across the line. Yes, it is. Mash across the line first. Good job. Potato. There comes Rob through 7th. Joker's coming through in 9th. And that is Iceberg sat around the back.
Hi Gemini, emoji grin, emoji waving hand, emoji waving hand, emoji waving hand, emoji waving hand. Congratulations, Gad. Hi Hippie.
Indeed, congratulations, Gad. Amazing race.
I want to thank our sponsors. Good job, Mash.
Let's get that replay saved. Bingo, bango, bongo.
9 laps completed on 5 laps worth of fuel at the end. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
That was fuel mix 6, wasn't it, Rob? Jesus Christ.
It's always good to go light on fuel and shit tyres, but takes it to the next extreme.
Razor's Edge Racing. Mash killed it. Nice stream,
All
but
eyes
can't
on
stay
Razor's
for the
Adventures with the
second.
next one.
Got to
Not
be
a
up at
problem, you.
4:30 am.
Oh.
Need sleep.
We're going to quickly just get top 3 on track if we can for a quick screenshot.
Mix 6 emoji okay.
Yeah, have a good one, Mew.
Thank you very much for stopping by, Mew. Appreciate it. Rest of the stream's very much here for you. I don't know if we can have top 3 come out for a screenshot.
Cheers. Multi-sub 2-1.
Thank you, dude.
The start was so tricky to see what was going on. It's like the guys that started on the hard tyres were just all of a sudden like, oh, they're not doing what them guys are doing.
Well, it looks like we're not going to get a photo for top 3, so let's quickly get lobby changed to infield A at Blue Moon, 10:30 AM. This time this is a rolling start in reverse grid. So,
Just out of interest, what airline services did we use to fly across the Atlantic in this record time?
well, I believe that we have DHL, UPS, and Hermes have helped in positions, but Hermes were a little bit late on some of the ones. That's why we deliberately told them to come here instead rather than going to Goodwood.
It's always Hermes, isn't it?
It's always Hermes, isn't it? Let's quickly get this screenshot here. So, Mash first, Gibral second, Creasy third, Beast Killer 4, Right in 5, M3 6. No, M3 Guy in 6. Rob C in 7, Jack Mir 8, Joker in 9, Iceberg 10, Corona 11, 12 for Hippie. Then we have Emperor in 13th and Giza with the DNF in 14. Bear with me a second as I get these screenshots, because it is my lovely self that needs to get all of the tables done.
So Mash has won his home Grand Prix. This is obviously Beast Killer's home Grand Prix.
Beast Killer and Corona. Do not forget, we have 2 Americans on the grid this season. We had 2 Americans on the grid last season as well.
FML had 1 ballast 2. Emoji thumbs up. Emoji see no evil.
Hold on, what? Who was that? Rob! That should have helped you. Actually, no, it was good, but it probably actually hindered you more. For fuck's sake, Rob. We love you for it, but fuck's sake.
Yeah. Who made us put ballast on cars?
Yeah, and
I
it
kept
does.
forgetting to take it off as well.
Hippie, have you checked yours? Because I dread to think. Actually, hold on, let me see if I can have a look.
Lol.
Everyone is 639, 660 at the moment. That's currently loaded up.
Do you remember in GRT League, both M3 Guy and Easy Geezer dominated the race around this track?
Yeah, indeed. Oh, Jesus. I have an iceberg. DM.
Rob had superpowers.
I was just about to use the wrong fucking keyboard. Apparently, from what I've just had from Iceberg, Jack Mia's lag was apparently quite bad in that. So, apparently so. In most positions, you're probably right, Jay. Rob did have superpowers, but not on Goodwood. I think Goodwood's probably a hindrance. And let's have F's in chat for Wrighton's cat.
Creasy's been fastest so far on hard tyres.
Well, it's
For being
interesting for you
Bindat
to say
T1,
that.
P7 was a pleasant surprise.
Who was that? Yeah, to be fair, there was a lot that kind of went down at the beginning of that, so... Well, the thing is, Rob, you're starting P7, or you finish P7, you'll start P8, so you've got potential to move through, because every race this season is reverse grid. So, there are no real
opportunities. Soft
opportunities.
tyres for this race.
Yes, and Rob indeed has got the softest of all tyres for here.
Easy Geezer goes fastest.
1.8 seconds quicker on his soft tyres. Prizzy, I do suspect, will improve his time. BC's done 55.6. From what I did see in a bit of the practice that I saw, because I was eating, had a shower and other things,
my
they were in
signal
the
isn't that strong right now, and I went to change to 240 DPI, and I think I may have reported the stream for terrorism by mistake.
Oh no, Jay. Well, to be honest, it is me on chat, and I've actually been pretty clean, so... I know I do terrorise some people, but it's just me and Gadin Pie, so that's not actually the case. But if we get a strike, we'll find out and see if they kind of do much. Fingers crossed they don't.
Terrorism.
It's 100% terrorist. Global Racing Terrorists, that's exactly what the T stands for. And the stream has been removed. Joking. Mash and Creasy having a little bit of a tete-a-tete going around the last corner. I do believe Mash is mediums and super softs, I think. Yes, it will be mediums and super softs as well. So it's going to be an interesting one, seeing what all the cars are and who's going to be doing what. Joker, fresh from his cigarette break, is already back out on track. Let me just...
Sean's...
Oh, for Gary! And the terrorism. 100% for the terrorism. The terrorism and the inability to acquire PlayStation 5s.
Is this to fund our terrorism?
LOL Gem. Emoji happy tears.
I
Sorry
feel like...
if you have to deal with the report, TJ.
Well, one of us is going to have to do it, isn't it? It'll probably be me.
Gary. A famous guy called Gary.
Gary.
Anyone? He's like in the Terminator. He's going for him with Sarah Connor. We're looking for him with Gary Anderson.
I'm looking for Gary Anderson. Have you seen this man? The problem is, Jay, I can't let you stand alone. So I guess, and in honour of me, the Mew, who was here previously, and he spotted what one of my most used words were. This is for him. Oh, apparently not. Why will you not send? That can't be.
Not very good flex here.
This is great, because I'm trying to do a super chat, and because of one of the words that I've used, it won't send. Yeah. I really fucking hate you, YouTube and Google. You are shitty people. And that's purely because I couldn't send what I wanted to send. That's as soon as it goes through. There it is. My self-dono of £10. Boobies for everybody. Because apparently I had to put zeros rather than single O's. Because otherwise it won't fit. I probably should have actually done brackets and dots to really emphasise it, but
hooray for boobies.
Hooray for boobies. I swear that was an album title for Bowling for Soup, wasn't it? Hooray for boobies.
I've no idea. I'm sure
anyway,
Matt would know.
Yeah, where is Matt when you need him? Oh wait, we're in a private party, aren't we? That'll be alright.
Bloodhound Gang.
That was it. Hooray for Boobies was Bloodhound Gang. Thank you, Chatto. I knew someone fucking did Hooray for Boobies. Bloodhound Gang. That's because they do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Getting horny now.
How long until go time?
Well, Mr. Rob is coming out, so I was going to give him 5 more minutes, or do you want to start it now?
I don't mind, I'm just asking.
Let's give him 5 minutes. We'll do it on the hour, since we've had a qualifying session. 5 minutes. Let's be generous, allow people to get some practice time in. Not that Sean wants it, Nandor needs it. Mash is half a second quicker at the moment over Beastie in second, who's just about a 10th ahead of Jace. Nick, this is looking like a very strong round for Nick on this one. Currently 4th on the timesheet, Geezer is 5th, Joker in 6th, Iceberg 7, Mia 8, Creasy 9. Just waiting for Creasy to get a GRT tag in there. Nudge nudge, wink wink. I have had a word with him. Gad, I think you need to try on Hansa a bit more, so since he wants to do the endurance race with us. Hansa, if you're hearing, you know. Wrighton, yeah, I think Wrighton needs to get that YTR off the front of his and get GRT. Would be easier for us. Maybe that's another one you can work on.
I'm sure he would be like GRT YTR.
Or Brighton without the lad.
No, he'd still have all the rest. I think Yorkshire T Racing is...
oh, is that what the YTR is Yorkshire T Racing? Should be in capitals then. Makes sense though, does make sense. If he's getting some lap times in on those mediums, looking he's only around in the 103s at the moment. Well, at least I know one thing, we ain't going to have any pit glitches in this one.
Watching Rob bump drive Nick down the straight.
Is he?
It's so funny, the Super Formula.
Well, it explains because now Rob is currently up into 5th. I think the Goodwood circuit is very much quite a good loosener for everybody coming into this one, I feel. Everyone's had to deal with all the high speed, and then suddenly you come into this one which is tight, twisty, and another one that is under 50 seconds or under a minute lap time. So this being short week, as we are, very much suits and fits. Oh, Rob with a quick impound off the wall, but hasn't actually cost him that much time. Don't think he will improve. If he had a bit of toe off of someone, it might have got a bit better. Wow, he's managed to lose like 1.7 seconds, so maybe that impact on wall did cost him.
Top like 6 all separated by 7/10, so still close times, isn't it?
Very much indeed. So Mash does have a 3.5. Alright, Beastie. Got 2 minutes, my dude. We'll go for on the hour as we've had a qualifying session with this one today. Next week though will be a dead on 9 o'clock start for the first race to go for half an hour, with probably go for a 15-minute interlude in between to then go for 9:45. As I say, I would love to be here this next week, but I have to work because I get to go back to work, everybody. F's in chat for me. It's only been 6 months since I was stood behind a bar. It's great.
Can't you connect YouTube up to one of the monitors in there?
Well, everything's got to be outside, so I feel that I'll most likely either be serving drinks or I'm going to be taking orders. So on the hour we will start. Let's get the good old good luck. I really kind of wish there was a have fun, like auto tag, but there isn't. Let's have a clean race. Let's have a good race. Don't think there's anything else.
I think Beastie is back.
Yeah, Beastie has okayed. We are waiting. There it is. It's not quite 10 o'clock in game. It's 10 o'clock on my side one. It's 10 o'clock on my laptop. It's 10 o'clock now. We're in.
Good luck.
Good luck. Have fun. Stay safe. Now let's chuck the controller down to one side once again and rely on the good old trusty keyboard. This is going to be a rolling start, so I am intrigued to see if anyone is going to be round the last, or round the right-hander, left-hander, wrong way around. So I'm going to jump straight on board with Isa to see where he's actually starting. I do believe from what I can see, yep, everybody is round and should be on the straight. Jason's in the pits, Ryton's in the M3's in the pits. What's going on here? The game's having an absolute shivvy. Scared.
Jason's on the track on mine.
Yeah, he is. It's just the game said different. Hold on. Yeah.
If everyone can leave
Fuck
the track.
off, game. Nash does an amazing spin. Fuck's sake, I swear I changed it to reverse grid order. Who's still on track?
Nick.
I swear the fuck. Right, stream. Never mind, I don't button, I didn't go far enough.
I've just got an error as well.
If you just blue screens.
Yep.
Oh.
Have no fear, I will just be back. Once you're all sorted,
Yeah.
I'll just join straight back in, so there's no need to hang around.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Lol.
Yeah.
You are 5-0 more attractive to me now.
Thanks. Yeah, when I preset the lobby, obviously grid and reverse grid were the same. But me being me, I didn't go back and check it. So, yeah, that was fucking smart. I will just check that everything else is correct. Rolling start, reverse grid, dipshit. Thing is, I even checked.
You might have set it, and I think sometimes if you change the start after, I think it resets it.
It's going to be interesting.
How did TJ become a YouTube owner? LOL.
Don't ask. I never ask these things. Right, so what I'm actually going to have to do is I need to set this to set by host. Actually now, because where we've had people leave and come back. What's that? Yeah, if someone wants to... Thank you, Sean. Right then, so as soon as that message goes, let's get this grid order underway. Let's use the power of the stream to bring back up previous results. I could just use GAD, but I'm not going to, because that's what technology is for.
You got it handy?
Yeah, I've got the stream back up with all the race results.
So yeah, the Race Racing livery looks like a cross between the Brawn GP and a Minardi, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
I am going to miss this race. Got to go to bed. I miss you guys.
Laundry basket.
Not a problem, Joe.
Looks lovely as well. Yeah, have a good one, mate.
This one's going to be here for you tomorrow to watch, and you can critique everybody, as I know you will. So Mash is last, Gibral second. Well, Mash first, Gibral second, Creasy third. Beastie was fourth. Very good job doing that one. Right in 5. And 3, 6. I missed someone there. Yeah, M36, Rob 7.
I will watch it in the morning. Love you guys.
Love you, Joe. Jack. Joker. Iceberg. Corona.
Oh, Mash just broke both his ankles in an accident with a wall.
Oh no! Let me just press play on that. Yeah, Emperor Giza, yes it is. Let's jump back to going live. Attempt 2. Let's try this one again, shall we?
Good luck.
And we're off. Oh, that was a lovely drift from someone. I didn't quite catch who that was. Iceberg with a drift around the last corner. Or first corner. Right then, this should be reverse grid. Hopefully TJ doesn't fuck this one up. I'm not a terrorist. Honest. There he is. Geezer up front. Alrighty then. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just jump straight back to 14th. No, because that's around the corner. There we go, and get
Miss you, Gemini. Emoji crying face. Good night.
Come on, Hips. You're up in third, son. You've got a good chance to regain some points on this one, dude. No pressure, mate. And we're off. I see no wheel spins and donuts, so it looks like it's a clean one off the line. This being a nice clean rolling start means there's going to be a lot of space coming through. Corona already making spots, looking to make a move on Hippie into T1.
Giza's pulling away nicely.
Giza has got away and is out of here. Hippie's going to touch ride Rona and Joker going down into this next one. Joker makes dive down the inside of Rona. He has 2 spots in the one. Joker's in the second. Joker's in the second. Can he keep it around this next one? Yes, he can. Sean looks like he's going up the inside of Rona. Try and at least take the inside line. Rob is already into 7th. Beastie is right next to him. Hippie down 3 places from 3rd to 6th on this opening lap. Looks like Mash and Crizzy are... No, looks like Jack Mears had an issue right in his 13th. Mash is already up into 10th. Sean is pit. What is the tactics here from Sean?
He's getting rid of them hards.
He is indeed. He is going potentially
28 minutes on Super Softs.
28 minutes on Super Softs. Sean is potentially doing the mad lad of all mad lad strats. Beastie and Jesus, absolute Christ. Mash is into 6th. Hippie is 5th. Razor's Edge is 3rd and 4th. What have I missed watching Sean? What have I done?
Easy Giza.
Giza is running away with this. Let's just do a quick overtake check as we come across the line. Because then I don't need to do it afterwards. Boom, 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 boom. That was Mash overtaking... That's Corona doing the exact same thing. He's copying Sean and getting rid of those hard tyres early. Question is, what tyre compound is he going on to make it last?
If they're going mediums, the mediums I think will last.
Mediums should last indeed. That could be a very interesting strat that's being done there. Sean has managed to undercut Rona by almost 5 seconds on that strat already. So Sean might possibly have the master strategy coming through here. Mash already into 5th, Rob is 3rd, Beastkiller 4th. I suspect RER is nose to tail, as indeed as they are, as they're chasing after Joker. Obviously we are on lap 3, overtake is available, but it depends if you want to save it to look for it.
Easy keys, just
pushing Rob along, just giving Rob a little hand. These two very much looking for a good result in this race after the last one.
Oh, Joker's got his mirrors full, hasn't he?
Oh, he has. He's got 2 glorious drumsticks right behind him.
Rob's looking.
Joker's going to touch ride. Is Rob going to go around the outside of this one? He's looking for it. He's done it. It's around the outside, but because Joker's still got the inside line. Rob with a bit of overtake as he goes onto the corner, and he's through. Beastie looking to now make the move and follow suit of his teammate, and Mash is chasing them both down as well. Rob with no overtake, really only hitting about 180, 186-ish. Joker's taking a bit more of an inside line. Let's jump back off of Rob and check on Beastie. Can Beastie now make that move as well? Rob using a lot of the track there. Hopefully that's not going to hurt his tyre wear. Is Beastie going to make a move into this one? Looks like he's going to try to. No, Joker half covers it. Joker's going to touch wide. Beastie still up the inside. It means can he go around the outside into the tight left? Joker with the outline. Beastie's already round. Joker covers off Mash coming out of the corner. He's going to be on a full defence coming onto the straight.
That's allowed Nick to close up behind.
Indeed, Nick is now also tight up behind them as well. There's overtake being used for Mashy. Yep, Nick's 55.5 fastest lap at the moment. On super soft tyres, I believe. No, yep, soft tyres for Nick. So it looks like he's had a bit of suck, but it very much is looking as if Mash around the outside of Joker. Oh, Mash is in the wall. Well held from Mash. Can I have a flip back, please?
Squeaky
Still got a bit
time.
of dirty tyres. Nick's managed to get past him because of it. Hippie is now down to 7th. Looks like we have got a bit of a gap from like 8th and 9th. I'm after Iceberg in 8th. So we've got Jace, Gibral, Wrighton and Creasy 9, 10, 11, Jack Mia 12. With Emperor in 13, with Rona bringing up the rear in 14. But these two have made their pit stops. So Rona is slowly catching back up with Sean. And there is going to be pit stops remaining. Fingers crossed for Sean that he doesn't need to make a pit stop for tyres. As we quickly leave Sean alone. Geezer's lead that was at 1.4.5 seconds is now down to 1.2 as RER is hunting him down.
I'm looking at Krona and I don't actually think that he's going to pit. I think he's done now. I think Krona is just going to... Oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe not his perp. I don't know if he's saving a lot of fuel.
It doesn't look like he is saving. He is slightly short shifting though. He's not letting it over rev too much, where from previous experiences, as we know, you can run it a lot longer on the rev bar. So he is partially shifting where he needs to do a bit of fuel saving. If you look at it compared to Sean in 14th, Sean's used most of his fuel, used a quarter tank of fuel already. And we're not actually at the quarter fuel stage yet. So Krona is potentially going to come back in this race despite losing a few seconds to the leaders in front.
Easy Geezer's got his mirrors full of Razor's racing now.
Geezer has indeed, but he's getting a lot of front right tyre wear with all these left hand corners. Beastie and Rob are very much behind him now. Are we going to see the classic Geezer move of I don't like you having my slipstream and pulling down to the low end of the track coming onto this straight? The man is oblivious to everyone else and normally does, as he does drop down a bit. to try and cover off a bit of slip. Rob is in that slipstream now. Those super soft tyres of Rob are going off quite quickly as of lap 9. Beastkiller is on mediums and is literally keeping up with Rob at this moment in time, so Beastie will most likely be able to go a little bit longer into this race where Rob will need to pit and change tyres. So
Joker's tyres have come to life now. His mediums,
they are in the sweet spot, as Mash is now playing with M3 guy for 6th place. So I don't know if there's been another off for Mash at all, but
no, I think he's sitting back. He's in the dirty air.
I think he might be having a bit of a fuel save. But then saying that though, he's used a lot of fuel, so I don't know if on Rona's pit stop he actually fully refueled. Even if because Rona was lap 2, so he at least done 2 circuits to use the fuel, so anything is possible. Jed has overtaken Hippie and is now currently in 7th place. I'm assuming, yeah, Jace has pulled away from Wrighton and Chrissy, even though they are still nose to tail. Jack Mia keeping them company as it is. And then we go to the pit boys of Corona and Sean. Sean's still running some very respectable lap times. He's still in the second of Rona. Rona is in the mid 55s, depending on how it's going to go. If Rona can keep this one, keep the fuel going till the end, he could possibly pull out a blinder where everyone else is going to pit in front of him. That I did just see Joker very much getting nice and low, trying to break the draft of the 2 behind.
There's a train behind him.
He is the little Joker train,
Nick's
powered
looking.
by BMW and mashed potatoes. I'm not gonna lie, I am slightly jealous of the 14 cars on track that are being able to race at least this one at the moment. I would have liked to have taken part, but alas, IRL comes first and I can't really commit to league. Oh, Geezer's had a fumble. Geezer's had an issue. Beastie's now in the lead. Can I find out what happened to
Summary past Rob as well.
Geezer? Geezer ran wide.
Mash takes 3rd.
Geezer had run wide and has allowed himself literally just as they come back through. Terrible for Geezer. Can we see on this replay of Mash getting past? He's gone low on Nick, right and up the back of Joker, and he's through into 3rd. So we've got RER 1 and 2 with Potato Heat Racing in 3. I want to say Broken Pistons, Geezer and Nick, but I can't quite remember on offhand. Piston broke. I was not far off.
Yeah. I actually saw a van that's piston broke something the other day. It's going to take a minute.
Nice. Iceberg has managed to now get up into 6th now, thanks to Geezer's misdemeanor, and is now in there. Rob is in the pits off his super soft tyres. He is the first to blink with 18 to go. Iceberg, is he going to make this move up the inside going into T1? Yes, he has. He's made it stick on the straight, covered the inside line, and Jed is through in the 4th. Gibril, Jace has managed to catch and overtake Hippie. Jack Mia is 8th. Chrissy's 9th. Because of Rob's pit stop, he's dropped all the way back to 10th in front of Corona. Looks like Wrighton's had an issue, or he's pit. Looks like Wrighton's had an issue, or has just been caught by Rona. Rob is now sat on the nose of the 2 of them. So, out of the people that have pit, Rob is 1st, Rona's 2nd, Sean is 3rd. So I don't think Geezer's pit. No, Geezer has just pit. So, Geezer is now 4 seconds ahead of Sean in net 4th place. But we've got a lot of people still left to pit, as Beastie is plodding along on those medium tyres, not really particularly pushing it. He's back into the 56s now. He's got no one to give him a little pull along. Mash is the same. He's around about the 55s or 56s, depending if he's got air. Same as Nick. He's running 56s and 57s. Jed, though, is running pretty much 56s. He hasn't quite been able to break the 55. As Joker's coming back on him, Iceberg's gone a little bit wide. Jed's hard tyres are possibly coming to life. He is making them go.
Still having all your trouble just to get the power
Beastie's
down.
in first. Beastie's has now blinked on 42% fuel. Question is, if I jump back to Rob, where I think is 10th. Yep, it was. That's the wrong button by me. Rob has went to at least 3/4 fuel. He's now got past Crizzy. The question is Rob's tyre change going to allow him to get past Beastie?
So Iceberg's in third now. He's just passed Joker again.
These two are going tit for tat. Mash now inherits the lead because Beastie is pit. Rob has got out ahead of Beastie. So Rob is now on 16 minutes of, although it's been 18 minutes of softs. Beastie, who is now behind him, is on super softs. Oh, Beastie a little bit squirrely on that one. They are ahead of Creasy. Jesus Christ, I really wish I hadn't decided I was going to commentate tonight when I've got work tomorrow. Well done, dipshit. But Jed, on those hard tyres, is making them work 15 minutes in. And he is still plodding along, despite the game on the right-hand side telling me he pitted on lap 10. If that was the case, he would not be there. Just doing a quick fuel check across the cars. Yeah, Rob's fastest lap now currently 55.2 on those new soft tyres. Looks like Crizzy is possibly trying to hunt down Beastie. That's not the case because he's now got Rona right behind him. Crizzy's hard tyres are not really coming to him. He's still around about the 57s, 58s. So I think 10th place might be the top end for what we're going to receive here from Crizzy. Jason did have quite a nice one, was up in 5th. Hippie doing a great job as well, just plodding along now in 6th place, looking after his fuel and keeping his nose clean. Jace is up the back of Joker now since Iceberg's disappeared up the road.
Nick staying out.
Jace trying to use that overtake on Joker. He has done it, helping get into that 188 top end. He's made the pass on the straight and into turn 1. So there's me thinking that the overtake on the top end wasn't going to be much useful. By Joe, I was wrong. It's when some of these overtakes are taking place on the top end. Nick is now currently being chased down by Iceberg. But Iceberg is on those hards where Nick is on some very used softs. Jed is very much constantly in those 56s at the moment.
Nick's got super softs next as well.
Yep, so that's why Nick's trying to make them go out a little bit longer. Wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't come in a minute. Jed is very much using a lot of fuel in comparison to some of the other cars around him. But the question is, hopefully Nick's not going to make the pits. No, Jed's going to blink. Jed's coming in for a set of tyres, which is quite a surprise. I thought he might have tried to go a little bit longer on that one, but that is not the case. So Iceberg is now running away from the lead as I've pushed the right button there as Beastie is overtaking Rob down the start line. Jack Meir has also followed in Iceberg, but has got 6% more fuel. I swear I just pushed 11th. So there is Jed taking in some fuel. How far does he go on the fuel gauge? He's gone almost 3/4 of a tank. So where Goodwood wasn't that bad on fuel, it looks like Blue Moon is eating up the fuel. The match is currently 7.5 ahead, where he's currently got a Sean in front of him. Beast Killer's now set new fastest lap, 54.4. Very nice time from Beastie. Currently in 6th place.
Oh, Jibble's challenge. No, Jibble's.
Chase has changed. He's going for the pits. So is Joker as well. Is it going to be a train of pit stops? It looked like Hippie was going to originally. Indeed, he has. Hippie is pitted as well. As all the flashy lights and noises appear in the pit lane. Is Creasy doing the same? Nope, Creasy's staying in lane 2, going down the pit straight. So new highs for Crizzy in the moment, but currently have an 8-second lead of Mash over Nick M3, who is 5 ahead of Beastkiller. Not really sure what pit stop times are going to be effective wise, because it does look with that game change where they are slightly longer, that the pit length time in here isn't particularly brilliant. But Beastie and Rob are very much plodding along very nicely, comfortably in the 55s. Beastie dipping in and out of the 54s, so very much the fastest guy on track at this moment. 12.5 seconds away from Mash, so it's going to be very interesting to see when Mash pits where he comes out, because this very much could be an RER race depending where Mash comes out. Also depending on Nick and if he can stay in contention. Crizzy pits from what was 6th place, goes in with 32% fuel. Wrighton has come across the line with very worn mediums, but Hippie obviously has pitted and is currently 1.5 behind Wrighton on some very lovely super softs. Hippie's outlap was a 55.1, so I'm gonna guess that the man that has got his eye in already for this track and is currently purple through sector 1. Gonna stay on board with Hippie to see how well this lap goes whilst he's being towed along by Wrighton. He does have a wild joker behind him. Wrighton has gone a bit wide, so it's going to be a question to see what Hippie does. Is he going to try a switchback, but that might have compromised his fastest lap. Hippie's got very much a good drive out of that. Devil's number in the blue for this one. There he's going to go Hippie. He's going to be get towed down by Wrighton, but he is towing Joker along as well. Wrighton's going to go into the pits. Hippie's going to have to fly back to the top. Hopefully that doesn't break too much of the slipstream, but he's at least 1.1 seconds quicker on that lap. For 55.4 from Hippie on those new super softs, with Joker catching behind.
Fight for second.
So Nick in those soft tyres, I believe he has got super softs left. He's really trying to drag these out because he knows what is about to happen. Mash is out to a almost 10-second lead. Yeah, I'm assuming Nick's in the pits. Yes, he is. Nick is pitting from 2nd place onto a set of super softs. I'm very much intrigued to see what amount of fuel he takes at the end. Beastie and Rob, I'm guessing, are very similar. Indeed, are around about half a tank of fuel. So it's very much a good one to see. So I jumped back to Jib. I wanted Iceberg. I want Iceberg. Iceberg's up into 4th with that pit stop. So Iceberg's having a very good race, but Jason is tailing him down. He has got fastest lap of 54.5, so he's not far away from the speed that Beastkiller was doing. So it's interesting to see. He has run a touch wide, but I do believe a lot of people are doing that at the moment, but I don't think you're necessarily gaining an advantage. But as I say, I don't want to do a Formula 1. Mash is in the pits. Let's jump into Beastie. Yeah, as soon as he hit that 10-second mark. So Beastie has crossed the line. Half second down his personal best. Rob is 4.5 behind. Question is, when is Mash out? Mash has only just had his tyres changed. This pit stop is actually longer than it looks. Iceberg's third. But is Iceberg third? That's the question. No, he's not. Mash is still in front. He's 1.5 seconds off. Jed is already at racing speed, so he could end up putting Mash under pressure into the last couple of corners of this lap. Because apparently GT Sport do not know what tyre blankets are. Shrug emoji. Jed now sees Mash in front of him and has now started to use a little bit of overtake to keep him back up. We have 8 minutes left. 8 minutes left as we have Beastie and Rob RER are now running away with this race. Mashy does have 8 minutes of brand new super softs to try and catch down Rob in 2nd place, but those super softs have now just pulled him away from Iceberg. But the downside for that is that's now put him possibly into the clutches of Jace in 5th. Hippie is solely in 6th place, but Joker is actually 8 cents behind him. So Hippie's got some company for the last few laps. He now has a personal best of 54.7. Wrighton 54.1 race time. That's amazing lap. I do not know where Wrighton currently is on track. Wrighton is unfortunately at the back. So Wrighton has literally used all of his overtake and is ragging the tits off that car.
There is a potential battle for 6th developing.
Indeed, Joker has caught the back of Hippie. Nick on his new tyres is slowly lurking in on this battle as well. There also looks like there is a potential battle for 10th and 11th. Nope, that was too far. Yeah, it's 9 and 10. It's Jack Mir and Easy Geezer. Geezer's hit the wall on his way out, so Jack looks like he's going to go around the outside of him. It's going to be a drag for pure speed. And no one really wins. The game's telling me Jack's ahead. Geezer did have the inside line, but Jack has taken that one, so Jack is now up into 9th place. As we jump back to the battle of 6th and 7th, Hippie has kept his nose clean for that bit of time, so he's been able to disappear slightly up the road. He's now got Joker out to a second, so he can keep the next 2 corners clean. He's not going to have a slipstream down the straight. And I don't think Joker's got pretty much the same amount of slipstream overtake as Hippie has, but Hippie is straight on that loud pedal and the loud button as well, holding it about 1 second, 1.02. It's very much a constant speed there. Yeah, I believe the real slipstream sits at about 8/10, even on the super formulas, so not necessarily going to be able to do a lot. Beast Killer fully in control on those super soft tyres, into the 55s, comfortably running. Rob's comfortably now, well, I say was comfortably. Rob has dropped in. Mash's fastest lap 53.9. Rob is in the 56s. I'm guessing if I do this button, Mash has done 53.9, 53.9. Sorry, 53.9 out lap, 53.9 flying lap, 54.2 this lap, and has just gone 54.2 again. So Mash is a man on a mission to get his 2nd place back. I do want to see what his lap time was. Yeah, he done a 54.298 followed by a 54.283 for Mash. So Mash is now on a charge. He has gone a touch wide, so that gives Rob a little bit of a breather, but it's literally only hundredths of fresh air. Beastie now is 7.25 seconds ahead. As I quickly check back with Iceberg, he is still thoroughly ahead of Jace. Hippie and M3's overtaken Joker. M3's overtaken Joker for 7th place. Sean is currently being lapped by 6th, 7th and 8th. But Sean's going to get a little bit of hippie slippy coming down the straight, so he's going to hold it slightly ahead. I do got a funny feeling that I do and might have flags off.
Mash is past Rob.
Mash is past Rob. That must have probably been an overtake down the straight, and the difference between the 2 tyres. Rob's softs are pretty broken at this moment, but the driver of Rob's caliber should hold it up well. Yes, I'm bigging up Rob. He's my previous partner, so what am I going to do?
There's 3 or 4 laps left of this race, isn't there? Somewhere
there
in that
is indeed most likely around about 4 laps, I would say, as they are running in the 56s. So 4 laps left, and Mash is doing. He's running about a second and a bit a lap quicker than Beastie. I don't think he's going to be able to catch him in time. That one was a 54, so it was better than the previous one. So he's in the low 54s, where Beastie's on round about the 56s. So as Beastie is coming up to lap Corona. Oh, pardon me.
I mean, Kroner's tyres.
Are they absolutely trashed? Oh, jeez.
Mate,
oh,
he has
Rona.
done the 28
Come on, Rona.
minutes.
You can do it, Rona.
on a set of super softs.
Come on, Rona. Try for the day. Those tyres are absolutely forked. absolutely forked to those tyres. Wrighton looks like he's now trying to catch the easy geezer. Wrighton's on the... I don't know if Wrighton's on a new set of tyres or what's going on. I think that needs to be checked. But then his pit time's been quite long, so I don't know if he's...
It'll be a close race to this finish, because Mash has caught up 5 seconds on Beast Killer.
He has indeed. That's a massive chunk coming off that lap time.
He's taking 2 seconds a lap from Beast Killer.
It is, so this could be Mash coming in for the kill on this last lap. He's managed to put a 7-second gap over Rob, but Rob is now under pressure from Iceberg. Jed is right up the back of Rob, but neither of them have actually got any overtake to fight or overtake to defend. Jed has got a little bit. He's going to end up using it coming out of the corner rather than the top end speed. He's already alongside Rob. Jed is on considerably better tyres as Rob drops back into Iceberg. Is he going to try and go around the outside? No, Iceberg's tyres in a lot better condition. Oh, looks like he almost cut the nose off him then unintentionally. Rob up the inside. No, Corona's off on his tyres. No, Rona. Keep going, Rona.
Mash takes the lead from
Beast Killer. Let's see the move. It's down into the hairpin. Beastie potentially looking for a switchback that's not made it.
He's got a shit ton of overtake, but no petrol to burn.
And there is Mashy. He's up and away back into the 54s. An overtake lap does put him back into the 55s. Beastie was in it.
Rob's now running 5th.
Oh, Rob's tyres have pretty much fallen off. They don't look like that though. Actually, saying that, I think Rona's run out of fuel. That's alright, Rona, only 14 seconds to go. But Sean's going to overtake him. Sean's overtaken Rona.
Nick's challenging Hippie.
What's that? 4th and 5th? No.
6th and 7th.
6th and 7th. This is where we're going to keep an eye on it for this bit. Cronin's going to be coming across the line as we have cars finishing their laps and their races. Lap 32. It looks like Hippie is going to hold on as Mash comes around the last corner. Woof, 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 and there it is. Mashy with back-to-back winnages. Stretching those legs. Beastie takes 2nd. Iceberg, P3. Very good job from Jed on that one. Gibral 4th. Rob's going to come home in 5th. Slightly falling into Hippie. Hippie and Nick 6th and 7th. I think Nick did just run out of fuel. He had done. That's what dropped him off the back. Joker just off the end of that one. My God, that was one hell of a race. Corona, you are driver of the day for trying that strat and sticking to it. You absolute nut job. My God, that was unreal. Mashy up 13 places, fastest lap, bingo, bango, bongo, as we see the game having an absolute shit fit and cars sliding across the track. Got to love to see it. By Joe, that was a thing of beauty. Let's get that one saved.
Driving that one, didn't he?
Jace is already out of there. Looks like Jace has got to head out for work, so no problems, no dramas. Jed's already in my DMs. Yeah, I agree with what he's just said to me on that one. But it wasn't from anyone that was particularly special. I think you might have been right in that one, Beastie. Indeed, that was a phenomenal race to watch. Thank you very everybody and everybody else. I am going to ask again if we can get a top 3 on track. Would be nice to see top 3 on track if we can. Corona, you very much do get driver of the day.
Fuck my fuel strat again. Mix 6 last 5 laps. Front right tire died a horrific death. Final stint.
Corona,
Yes,
there's as of next week there will be a
spare spot.
if there's so you can drive it as a independent driver.
Yeah, you can be an independent for next week.
No, thank you.
Or if that is unable, you'll literally just sub the tab.
Yeah, I was lucky.
He fuel straight up again. He spent the last 5 laps in mix 6, and the front
doing
right
maths on
died.
hop is tough sometimes.
Yeah.
I find myself doing it, just lose my concentration. I'm looking at my lap times and I'm like thinking, right, how many more of these can I do?
We got Mash and Beastie 1 and 2 having a little cruise. The iceberg flying in to sink their dreams. I do adore Beastie's livery. I really fucking do. I do enjoy Mash's designs, but that's just wow. It literally looks like such a. It actually looks like a design you'll see on drag. It is literally gorgeous. I adore that. Thank you very much, Geezer. Hope the second race was a bit more to your standard. A bit more up to your balance, I should say. And here comes Jed. Here comes P3. It's taken fucking long enough. To be fair, he did have one hell of a race coming back from the back end. As we pop on board with Mash. There we go. Iceberg gets in the Beastie, Mash just ghosts. Hooray! Stuck check murder. And as we leave the top 3 killing each other around Blue Moon Infield A, that has been Super Formula for this week. Thank you very much for everyone that stopped by. Thank you for everyone that's watched. I've been Chaos Rising. Next week, Gad Gaming will be your full host for the rest of the season. And I will just check, but I do believe that next week is Technical Week. Technical Week consisting of Yamigawa and Miyabi, the correct version. Hold on, let me check. No, sorry, the backwards version. So Miyabi and Yamigawa backwards, and Catalunya. So those are your tracks for next week with Gad. Tyre staying the same as 9 and 3. So on those note, guys, thank you very much for dropping by. Gad, any final words?
Nope. See you next week.
See you next week, guys. Have a good night. Enjoy your week.